There are two big changes, right? The biggest change, I think, is fragmentation. So the marketplace used to be composed of three big networks, and people used to watch 7, 8, or 9 channels apart from those big networks. But now the average person has about 170 or 190 channels, and they watch only about 11 of them, which is kind of an interesting change. But fragmentation is probably the biggest change over the course of a lifetime, and the second biggest change is addressability.
Well, I think the biggest challenge is the fragmentation and the myriad of choices that we have, and what's the right investment level on TV or online video or mobile or tablet. Because of this increased fragmentation and the fact that we live in a more on-demand world, it's a bigger challenge right now to find people at all hours of the day. You know, we used to be able to buy a spot in prime time at 8 o'clock at night, and that was great. And we reached a lot of people. But now we're not necessarily reaching people in prime time at 8 o'clock. They might be watching something on a DVR, they're watching on the tablet or mobile.
It's a big jigsaw puzzle because there's so many options. And the puzzle, you have to fit the puzzle together in a way that makes sense for your client's business. But the pieces are never the same. It's like putting a jigsaw puzzle together where the pieces morph and change in size all the time.
I would say the fragmentation in the industry is a significantly changed over the last 12 years. More players and just more fragmentation in terms of media devices. There's so many ways to reach the consumer today, so that in and of itself is difficult for us. But then when you look into our competitive set and how many more television networks are in the space, makes it even more complicated.
Multitude of options that we have in programming, that we have in, I guess, styles of media or types of media. So, print being print, and magazines and newspapers and, all of that information is still the same. People are still consuming the same kind of information. It's just in a different format. And consumers have more control over what format they like and when.
The choice today is amazing for a consumer. I'm a consumer as well, and I think the choice can be very exciting, but maybe a little bit overwhelming. For me specifically, for Turner, the cable landscape has gotten very crowded. The challenge for us is finding that optimum media mix that's going to allow us to hopefully stand out against our competitors. I know everybody wants to do that and find that secret recipe, and it's not easy to do.
The fragmentation and the choices are also opportunities because people are consuming more television than ever. TV consumption has not decreased. So while that's a challenge, it's also an opportunity because we know people are very engaged in this content, they're watching television, and TV is alive and well. So that's also a great opportunity because we know we can find these people.
The amount of television consumed is as high as it's ever been. So fragmentation basically means instead of 1 or 2 or 3 networks or outlets for you to be able to capture or put your ads on, now you need a lot more.